Hello, dear student. How are you? I hope that you are very good this morning. I am really happy to join you up for this, class about, human right. Okay, so we continue on this way, and today's class gonna be about, child soldiers because this is a very important topic, right? Okay, before starting the class, let's read together the learning context. In the frame of a campaign against the use of children as soldiers, the students of the Education Department 2 of Aide are writing a letter to the Liberian ambassador to sensitize the Liberian youth about that issue, right? Okay, so the question I'm gonna ask you, what are the students doing, right? Obviously, they are writing a letter to the ambassador of Liberia, right? For the sake of sensitizing, about how dangerous is the use of children as soldiers, right? Okay, so for this lesson number 4, here are some vocabulary we are going to discover. We are going to study together, right? Okay, so the first vocabulary is child soldier. Child soldier. A child soldier is a human being less than 18 years old recruited by an army or simply participating in an armed conflict, right? This is very important. For somebody to be qualified as a child soldier, it should be less than 8 years old, right? And also it should be recruited by an army. This is mostly speaking, it's not an established or a legal army, right? Normally, mostly speaking, it is rebel groups, right? Okay. The second vocabulary is to enroll. To enroll. To enroll is to officially registered as a member of an institution or a student on a course, right? For example, here for this part, you student of the Department 2 of Ed are registered in Premier for many courses, English, geography, French, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, but for our case, since we are studying child soldiers, so these children are registered, are considered as member of armed groups, right, or rebel groups, to fight in wars, right, for rebels. Okay, all right. The third vocabulary is to rape. To rape, right? Rape has to do with sexual intercourse or sexual relationship. And now let's see how a sexual intercourse can be considered as a rape. So rape is an unlawful, right, sexual intercourse or any other sexual penetration in the vagina, anus, or mouth of another person with or without force by a sex organ of the body part or foreign object without the consent of the victim, right? This is very important. So for a sexual intercourse or relationship to be considered as rape, the first thing is that it should have penetration in the vagina, right? With any kind of thing. It may be an organ, right? It may be an organ. And also this penetration should be in the vagina, anus, mouth, or other of another person. And another thing is that if it is not, with the consent of the victim, you are considered to be, a raper. Okay, so be careful. It can be marriage, and if you have sex with your wife without a consent, this is considered by the law to be, as rape. Okay. The fourth vocabulary is rebels. Rebels. Rebels are persons who rise in opposition or in armed resistance against an established government or leader. Okay, so um, you remember in Cote d'Ivoire in 2002, rebel groups were in the north and center of Cote d'Ivoire, right? Because they were opposed to the national army, let me say the government of, the president of that time, right? Okay. Disabled person. Disabled person. Disabled person are person who have a physical or mental impairment. Impairment is a faiblesse, right? Faiblesse mentale ou physique that substantially limits one or more major life activity, right? You may see also the cripple. This is a synonym of a disabled person, the crippled person, right? Or the cripple, right? Okay, thank you. So let's come on again the pronunciation. Child soldier, child soldier, to enroll, to enroll, to rape, rebels, rebels, disabled person, disabled person. All right. So the second part of our class is about, expressing condition with when or unless, right? Last time we saw how to express condition with if clauses, right? Today we are, deepening our knowledges about how to express condition, right? But now while using when or unless, right? Okay, let's analyze together the following sentences. Sentence 1. When a child joins up a rebel group, he becomes a child soldier, right? So look at the condition. For a child to be considered as soldier, he should join up before rebel group. So the condition for a child to become a child soldier, he should join up, right? It is when he joins up rebel group. So he should join up rebel group before being considered as a child soldier. This is the condition, right? The second thing is that children can be protected unless they are not in the conflict zone, right? Here we're talking about the protection of children, right? So they can be protected unless, okay? It means that for the children to be protected, they should not be in the conflict zone. This is the condition, right? Okay, thank you. And let's do this activity for me to make sure that you have understood the class, right? Okay. Activity 2, complete the sentence with when or unless. Somebody rises in armed conflict against an established government. They are said to be rebels, right? You may catch coronavirus disease that you respect barrier measures. All right. Okay, here the good item is when, okay, when somebody rises in armed resistance against an established government, they are said to be rebels. 2. You may catch coronavirus disease unless you respect barrier measures, right? Okay. So for you to get trained, do the exercise in your workbook at home, application, right, page 36. And also for next Monday, right, June the 21st, 2020, do this. This is a test, right? You write it down and then you send me inbox, right? Communication on page 36 is about writing a letter to somebody. Just go through the instruction and then it's not complicated. You will understand. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Goodbye.